So here's my review of Cocaine Bear. This movie never comes close to being gutsy or wild as it's trying to be. I mean, this film hinges on the one big joke literally in the title, which would have been amazing, but Elizabeth Banks does not deliver at all. And what I mean by not delivering, she does not do much with the joke, which leaves us in a company of witless and dull characters in this film, which none of whom actually register as interesting or even funny. I mean, there were some laughs in the film, but it really didn't land for the most part. When it comes to jokes wise, it wasn't enough to really balance the film out. But also for the horror and thriller, it didn't have that balance either. The pacing was very off and it didn't really match up very well. And it honestly, it fell flat. And in the beginning, the first half of this film, I became a little bit annoyed because there's moments where it's picking up, but then it go to a scene where it just slows down completely. In other terms, I think this film bit off more than it could chew, no pun intended. I mean, the film is just clunky and it's really not much as off the walls as it wants to be. I would say this film works better as a concept than an actual film. I didn't go into this film expecting it to be like a Anaconda or Titanic or Shawshank Redemption. No, I went into this film expecting it to be a horror thriller comedy spectacle. And towards the end, with this big showdown with Cocaine Bear and our characters in her cave, I thought it was going to be a big fight. It was going to be a big fight and they're going to have to take this bear down. But really, it was just a big letdown. It was like they sat down and tried to write the showdown of the film and they couldn't really come to a conclusion or actually way of making it interesting and creative. You know, out of my theater reaction, I gave it a 6.8 out of 10. Yeah, it's going down. It's going to be basically a 4 out of 10. This movie was a letdown. I was expecting way more and I got way less. Like right before the film, there was actually going to be a fight between the movie manager and a couple of the customers. And that was more interesting than the actual film. Again, this film, if you take everything I said out of it, it's a fun joyride, but that's all it is. And to compare this film to Snakes on the Plane is blasphemy, because Snakes on the Plane is 10 times better than this film. Tell me your thoughts and follow for more.